This is Leggett to Base Command. Mission complete.
Base Command here. Hunter gave me his report. He spoke highly of you. Not a lot of people earn his praise.
How did he come to join the SIS?
Used to do corporate security, if you can believe it. Recruited him a few years back. I'm grateful the Starbreeze is in one piece. She'll help us win this war. Now, Hoth and Terrace makes two. Ready for the final stage?
You still haven't told me what this is about. You sent me after a Republic shuttle and a science project.
All for good reason, I promise. Maybe you've heard of it. A death trap of a planet called Quesh. Our primary objective's there. I want you en route.
On my way, sir.
Get to these coordinates when you arrive and we'll be in touch. Base Command out.
Agent, I hope this recorded message finds you well. This is Aristocrat Saganu of the Chiss Expansionary Defense Force. I never got the chance to see you off Hoth. Understandable, things were hectic. But you represent the future of the Chiss Ascendancy, and that will not go unrecognized. I pronounce you merit adoptive of House Miorani, my house. It is the least I can do to honor you. Fight well, my friend. Saganu out.
I rather like your ship. Not exactly military, but it'll be nice not sleeping in a thermosuit. Once we're underway, you'll bring me up to speed on my duties, sir. Show me the tricks of undercover work.
You're embarking on a new career. No nostalgia for your old life?
None, sir. If I'm here, I intend to commit myself. I probably ought not to bring this up, but there is the matter of my talents. If I'm operating in the Empire, there's the chance the Sith will find out what I can do. They wouldn't be pleased.
As part of my crew, you have my protection.
Understood, sir. In the meantime, I intend to make myself irreplaceable.
Begin encrypted message. This is Keeper to Cipher 9. We don't have long before Republic intercept, but I wanted to hear from you. Status report, please.
I'm still inside the SIS. I'm making progress, but I can't give details.
I'm getting disturbing reports about your activities. Loss of Imperial life on Hoth and some sort of incident at headquarters. Cipher, I need to know if the stress is getting to you.
You wanted someone inside the SIS. What I did to earn their trust.
Your job is to learn what the SAS is after. Then, and only then, you must kill Arden Koth. Don't lose sight of those goals. Keep it out.
Patience. The serum is working. Play the game until you're free.
This is codename Leggett. I'm in position, awaiting orders.
Leggett, nice to see you outside Hoth. A little color in the air brings out your eyes.
Nar Shaddaa, Hoth, Quesh. We can't get away from each other, can we?
What can I say? We're on the same team now. Hunter to deck. Report in.
Codename Saber in position. Good to see you, Leggett.
Codename Wheel ready for operations.
And I'll be in position shortly. It's good to see you together as a team. Too many solo jobs nowadays. But now we're together for the most important job we've ever done. We're here for a weapon. One that can stop this war.
What sort of weapon, sir?
Over a decade ago, Colonel Omas of the Republic Special Forces assembled a team of the galaxy's greatest scientists. The scientists led by Nason Godera were instructed to design a weapon capable of turning back the Imperial threat. A shadow arsenal of missiles cloaked from detection and more powerful than any made before.
Colonel Omas died at the Battle of Hoth. Nason Godera moved on to other things. Everyone assumed the shadow arsenal was never completed. But it was. Nason Godera built the shadow arsenal on Quesh, then concealed it in a fit of conscience.
A man doesn't build an arsenal without knowing what it'll be used for.
Without the Colonel to lead them, the scientists decided the weapon was too destructive. Godera called it catastrophic. He wiped all records.
That's why you've all been running around the galaxy. The ultrawave transmitter had Nason Godera's weapon activation codes. Colonel Omas's shuttle, the Starbreeze, led us to this star system.
And the assault on Mangaza? Wheel and I...
Gave us one more key. There are 200 missiles in the Shadow Arsenal. Only takes one to destroy Ka City. Threat alone should make the Sith surrender.
Your plan won't work. Destroy Ka City. Destroy the Korriban Academy. They'll only want revenge.
Then we'll have to fight. The missiles are still inside the old manufacturing complex. 2 square kilometers of factories and tunnels.
Sealed up but still intact. The scientists couldn't bear to destroy their work, so they built defenses 50 years ahead of Republic standard.
We're going to secure the facility. I'll bring in the shuttle and locate the Shadow Arsenal.
Saber, take out the main batteries. Wheel, see what you can do with the main computer. Affirmative. Leggett, you'll penetrate the structure at these coordinates. Bypass the droids and lower the facility shields so our shuttle can land.
The best defenses Republic mines have to offer. I could use a little exercise.
May the Force be with us, my friends. Ending link up.
And Leggett, in case you had any doubts, keyword, onomatophobia. You will lower the shields, and the Shadow Arsenal will be ours.
Saber to deck. These droids are nasty. Can we take some of them home along with the missiles?
Mr. Saber, you're going to make me feel unwanted.
Watch the banner. But it's not a bad idea.
Take this, ugly.
Interface terminal located. Deactivating blast door seals. You should have a clear path, Leggett.
Saber, some kind of aerial drone headed your way.
I'm all right. I'll get those batteries offline.
I sense something dangerous. Be careful, all of you.
Reading an ion buildup. I
need to bring the shuttle down now. Leggett, Saber, it's all up to you.
No choice. Deactivated.
This is Leggett. Shields are down. The shuttle is clear to land.
And Saber did her part. We'll have the Shadow Arsenal on board and headed for Republic space within the hour. You're going to hold position here. Protect the controls until we're gone.
Do you have a rendezvous in mind?
Leggett, this is goodbye for now. Go back to Imperial Intelligence. Shore up your contacts. We'll be in touch in a few months.
They don't need you anymore.
Hold position. Keyword, onomatophobia. And thank you.
They're going to win. Now we're out of time.
The serum was supposed to break my programming.
The IX serum has been eating at you since you injected it, carving neural pathways, bleaching your brain. It isn't finished, but it'll have to suffice. We're going to rewrite your programming. New commands, new keyword, no outside control. Are you ready?
Let's do it.
Fesh Protocol, Phase 1. New keyword. Iconoclasm.
Keyword accepted. Fesh protocol engaged.
Now you have access. You can force your mind and body to obey a new program. Tell me what you want.
No more programming. No more outside control.
Reject command interface. Accept no further orders.
Command interface closed.
Revert to Phase 0. You're free now. Time for me to go. But stop the SIS. Find out how they obtained Imperial brainwashing codes. There are truths you need to know.
Hey, you zoned out. What's going on?
I'm better than I've been in a long time. Just follow my lead.
You know you sound crazy. I like that.
Minor damage to left tertiary servo motor. Functions are not impaired.
For a droid, you're a bad liar. Come on.
Multiple life forms approaching.
Leggett? I thought you were supposed to be at the shield controls.
Forget that. Why are you two in here?
We're on our way to the sublevels. Hunter thinks there might be a master switch for the defenses. You really should get back. We can handle ourselves.
Arden needs me in there, not sitting on the sidelines. You and I both know that.
Huh. He likes to play cautious when it comes to his people. Can't stand to see anyone hurt. Wheel, toss our friends some supplies.
We retrieved these from a storage unit. They may prove useful.
Get moving. Master Koth thinks we can end the war. Let's end the war.
Alright, make me look good.
Blasted machine. Locking mechanisms disengaged. Leggett, I thought I felt you. You're supposed to be back at the Shields. I see. You're free, aren't you?
You used Imperial programming inside my mind. Where did you learn about it?
That hardly matters now. What I did to you was unforgivable. But I did it anyway. An Imperial intelligence defector, just when I needed one. I couldn't risk it being a lie.
We could have worked together. You never even gave me a chance.
Wouldn't then, can't now. You've shown me your true face. Let me show you mine. Before Arden Koth, the SIS chief, there was a better man. A Jedi Knight who couldn't live up to the code. That Jedi can't live in a world of shadows. But maybe he can still save the galaxy.
I thought I saw it in you. You never did much to hide it.
No. Call it my secret pride. You fight good, Cypher. I don't expect mercy. The Shadow Arsenal was my chance to stop the war, and I failed.
Turn away, Arden. I'm not going to kill you.
No, you're not. But why, after all we've been through?
I'm sparing you. Leave it at that.
For what it's worth, I hope we don't have to meet again. May the Force be with you, my friend.
You're a lot more forgiving than I am. Guess we're done here, though.
Our enemies may be gone, but we can't leave the Shadow Arsenal in place.
Give me 10 minutes, I'll find a buyer. We can be rich.
Cypher. Imperial again, huh? And no more programming. That is a surprise. I was finished with Arden, but I had plans for you. We could have wandered the galaxy together. Me as the captain, you as my servant.
Arden Koth was your commanding officer. What do you mean, finished with him?
Big changes are coming. Imperial intelligence and the SIS. History will forget them, and it'll forget you. I just tipped off a squadron of Imperial bombers. That facility is about to be wiped out.
What's this about? Whose side are you on?
I'm on the winning side. Goodbye, Cypher. When the bombs rain down, the Shadow Arsenal will make a spectacular crater.
This is Keeper to Cipher 9. Emergency transmission, please respond. I have reports of a Level 5 annihilation wave on Quesh, triggered by an Imperial bombing run. An SIS team was the target. Are you all right?
That explosion was something called the Shadow Arsenal. It was Arden Koth's weapon of choice to win the war. Neither the Shadow Arsenal nor Arden Koth is a threat any longer.
Cipher, what have you been through? Updating the Minister now. Pulling 2 sections off alert, giving approval to the Moffs to accelerate our timetable. Tell me the rest later. You changed the war and everything's going to be different.
The war's only going to get worse. And something odd is going on. There are other forces involved.
Then we'll figure it out soon enough. Take a day or two. Remember who you are while there's still a quiet place in the galaxy. By the time you're recovered and back at headquarters, we'll be ready to march on Coruscant.
You said you wanted to talk?
Yes, sir. Ensign Raina Temple, formerly of the Chiss Expansionary Defense Force, reporting for combat drills.
I never said anything about combat drills.
No, sir. If you had, I wouldn't need to bring it up. Frankly, I need the practice. No one ever taught me covert maneuvers. If you've got time...
Grab your equipment. I'll find a private spot.
Thank you, sir. All right. I think I've sweat enough for one day. Any last words of wisdom for your freshly transferred ensign?
Never let anything distract you. No one can compensate for your errors.
I'm confident it isn't so dire, but I take your point. You know, my father used to come home from exercises freshly scarred. I was 12 before I realized his training drills were intelligence operations. He was captured twice, but he wouldn't let me worry, no matter how bad it got.
You two must have been close.
Oh, I adored him. He gave me a pet feelings for my birthday. That'll melt any girl's heart. Thank you for the lesson. A few more and I'll be infiltrating enemy camps with the best of them.
My good friend, allow an old man some sentiment and join me for a reminiscence. Today is the 13th anniversary of the death of Cipher 12, one of the finest agents I've ever worked with.
I've never heard of a Cipher 12. They don't mention our predecessors much.
Our history is fleeting, to say the least. Cipher 12 was one of the old guard from before the war. He cultivated allies on the fringes. By the time he received his Mandalorian brands, he'd also become verbally abusive in private, but he never cracked on the job. Always had a smile.
Were you partners?
I was technical advisor on several of his assignments, and we shared a taste in Mirialan cuisine. Eventually the odds caught up with him, and a Hapani royal assassin punctured his lungs. Inevitable, really. Are you aware how few ciphers survive past year 5?
The odds aren't good for any of us.
Quite so. I admire the line you walk between obedience and ingenuity. Unfortunately, your methods breed enemies. Be careful not to end up without recourse.
You chose to join my crew. If you didn't like my methods, you could have found a way out by now. What are you after?
I've made it through a very long career by choosing my partners wisely. I've outlasted them all, and I intend to keep doing so.
Agent, we've had time to think since reuniting the Killik colony. Not that our work hasn't kept us busy, but we didn't actually thank you for allowing our pilgrimage. You should come with us next time.
Take a blanket and some rations, go sightseeing under the stars? You just want me alone.
We could use a change from Killik Company. You're a novelty. There's something else. In the old days, as a diplomat, we used to be able to read people. Since our joining, that's gotten harder, so we have to be direct. Is our relationship becoming unprofessional?
I get to decide what's professional. One advantage to being friendly with your superior officer.
Clearly. So tell us, Agent, just how friendly are we?
Come by my quarters some night and you can find out.
That does make things clear. We'd like to continue this, but we've kept you from your duty long enough. The song of the universe will not pause.
Hello, Cleo. What's going on?
Hey, so I've been thinking, with all the stuff I've told you about my past, we ever talk about the Brenthal anarchists?
You've mentioned their existence and that you worked with them. No details.
Then here's a morsel for you. We were the Revolutionary Edge Brigade. So was probably me and a dozen other guys. We blew up hollow relays, robbed banks, kidnapped politicos and corporate honchos. Did a lot of damage.
I suppose you were vicious in your youth.
I've mellowed. RAB let me blow up stuff and call it progress. I wasn't really in it for the philosophy. Even so, there's times I look at who we work for now and, well, I never thought I'd end up helping a bunch of dictators, you know?
Dreams can be very different from reality.
Hey, you probably got it worse than me. Thing is, I'm actually pretty content. I've got money, company's decent. Even your squad's growing on me. Hypocrisy's a funny thing. See you around, Agent.
I hope I'm not prying. I overheard a bit of your conversation and couldn't help but wonder, have you noticed anything unusual about Cleo's behavior lately?
Less griping, more cheer. Other than that, no.
Interesting. I hadn't spotted that. However, I've noticed some encoded messages broadcast to and from the ship. Cleo has access to the relay, and I'm trying to assess all possibilities.
Why are you monitoring our communications traffic?
I find intellectual stimulation where I can, certainly. I'll make an effort to show greater respect for privacy. In the meantime, you can be sure I'll alert you if anything else crosses my eye.
How are things, Vector?
Agent, when we communed with the other nests, we saw a force for change in the galaxy. There are Killiks as large as starships and as small as mites, joiners from 100 species on 1,000 worlds. We mean to report on the Killik colony to the diplomatic service.
Not even a smile for me. You are focused today.
We are. Still, it's you who inspires us. If the service can make entreaties to the colony, if we make them an ally, we'll have a foothold in the unknown regions. We'd have access to Killik craftsmanship, joiner information. Even without their military support, they would be invaluable.
What would an Imperial Killik alliance take?
We've outlined a proposal. The Killiks want peace and resources, and the Empire can offer both. And if the Empire doesn't make allies of the Killiks, someone else may get to them first.
Convincing the service, let alone the Sith, to support this won't be easy.
We're well aware of that, Agent. But there was a time when this was our life. We believe in it, and we'll find a way.
Cypher, I had the most delightful conversation with Master Vector. Did you... I'm getting a feed on my earpiece. One moment. I apologize. That's the third time this week one of my security alarms has gone off.
I take it these alarms don't particularly worry you?
I monitor all my safe houses as a matter of course. I have a few dozen around the galaxy. A precaution, really. I haven't needed them in years. Usually when an alarm goes off, it means a child has come exploring, or a rat has slipped through the ventilation shafts.
You've got havens set up. What's in them?
You know the sort. An abandoned building here, a fortified wine cellar there, stocked with necessities of the trade. Most of them aren't on the official books, but I assure you, they're hardly incriminating.
Remind me not to underestimate you, Doctor. If we ever need a sanctuary...
You'll have whatever humble aid I can provide.
Agent, we heard back from the diplomatic service about our proposed alliance with the Killik colony. Our report was soundly ignored. It seems we have less credibility than we thought.
You worked for them for years, and this is what you get.
We are twice compromised. No longer human, and no longer a diplomat. A colleague named Fulner S. sent the update on our report along with a message. He wants us to call him, accompanied by our handler. We believe he means you.
You worked with him in the diplomatic service?
Not directly. Eth spent his time with ex-Republic worlds, while our speciality was first contact. We met several times at conferences and the like, but we wouldn't say we knew him. This should prove interesting.
Master Hillis, I'm so glad you got my message. How are you? How's Anya?
Anora. We haven't seen her in some time, but we hear she's well. And your son?
I'm stationed on Balmora, still hoping to join the Shadow Fist. And you must be Cypher 9. It's my privilege to meet you. Rest assured, I went through channels to arrange this. Imperial Intelligence has agreed to loan me Vector so long as you're amenable.
Vector contacted you about a Killik alliance. Why would you need him?
My superiors don't see the wisdom in Vector's advice. I do. Yet I lack the authority to force the issue.
Someone is blocking you?
Tarab, Sabini, the usual crew. If I'm to win them over, I need influence. Vector, with your ties from the service and the colony's knowledge, I could amass a string of victories. And the more I succeed through your consultations, the better chance your Killik Imperial Alliance comes to pass.
What's your take on all this?
He wants us to play politics, but that is how things are accomplished.
Perceptive man. I'll be in touch with specifics.
We appreciate your aid and your patience, Agent. We're doing this to serve our people. We don't mean to neglect your company.
Tell you what, next chance we have to slip away, we'll find a planet all to ourselves.
We'll hold you to that.
Look, I'm sorry to dump this on you, but you're gonna need to live without me for a little while. It'll be quick, but I need time off to wrap up some personal things.
It's a little sudden, isn't it? What's going on?
Nothing big, just some private stuff.
And I was worried I'd miss your departure. Kaleo, we've had our differences, but I wanted to wish you the best of luck. I'm sure the Wheezer and his Revolutionary Edge Brigade will be delighted to have you back.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm surprised that you would permit this, though. Letting Kaleo see her old anarchist friends must violate any number of Imperial regulations.
Clearly, I haven't been filled in.
I've traced encoded messages sent from this ship to the leader of the Brental anarchists.
Look, it's not what you think. The Weezer got in touch, said he needed help. Didn't say why, but I figure security's cracking down on the cell again.
This man leads your old anarchist group.
He's one of the guys who started it. He taught me everything.
He's hit mostly corporate targets, but Imperial assets seem fair game for the REB as well. Just less convenient.
The Weezer was good to me, so I thought I'd lend a hand. Figured telling you would make trouble, get someone killed. If you don't trust me, come back with me and watch my back. We'll buy him off somehow. Might actually survive that way.
I can make contact myself, or go through the Citadel.
He doesn't want your help, and he doesn't trust you. It has to be me.
She may have a point. And if the Weezer is expecting her, he's a problem that must be addressed.
I suppose I've met everyone else you worked with. What's one more?
I'll get in touch with him. One call to set up the meeting.
I'll leave you to your work.
We're all set. The Weezer will meet us at the Hutta spaceport. Just try to make this go without a fight. I don't need to lose either of you. Remember, we're not here to make trouble. You start something, I get unhappy.
Kaleo, of all the gifts you've sent to me, this is truly the finest. An agent of Imperial intelligence. How marvelous.
Cleo said you needed help. We're willing to work with you.
You believed her?
Weezer.
Calio has been selling information to the Revolutionary Edge Brigade ever since she joined the Empire.
What are you doing?
Imperial security data, spaceport blueprints, the names of powerful people, useful things. But now, she's gone beyond the call of duty.
Beyond the call of duty, how?
By delivering you, of course.
Shut up. This wasn't what we agreed to.
Why bother keeping it private when your associate dies anyway? She's more useful dead than alive. Her hands and eyes can get us through biometric security scans.
This isn't a harvest job.
Then I apologize for misreading our agreement, but this is too promising an opportunity to pass up.
Tell me what's going on. Tell me the truth.
Damn you, Agent. And damn you, Weezer, for making me do this.
No mercy. Disappointed with you, Calio. You were never a believer, but siding with the Empire?
I didn't want to pick a side. So yeah, I sold him a few secrets. He paid better than you do, and it's not like I got you in trouble.
Why did you pick a side?
He promised he'd keep our deal quiet. If you lied to me, you'd be the one dead. But look, you don't need to worry. I didn't talk about the missions. I'm not stupid. He was into bombing spaceports and raiding transports, not espionage and conspiracies.
No real harm done. And the Weezer won't be a threat from now on. What say we put this behind us?
Are you serious? If I thought you'd be that way about it, I would have offered you a cut.
We've worked together a long time now. I knew what to expect.
I kinda like hearing that. Come on, let's go home.